Greetings, everyone. I just had an encounter with a constable. Islam. I'm here in the, for lack of a better word, so-called city of Compton, Islam. And the deputy sheriff pulled me over, Islam, and he asked me for license and registration, and I told him I did not have it. Islam, I don't have license or registration. So after he asked me that, I conveyed to him that, hey, I'm a Moorish American Muslim, Islam. See that? And I invoked my First Amendment rights. I guess it's a right. For lack of better words, we'll call it a right. The Constitution and those amendments do not give you rights. They simply secure the rights that you already have. Islam. So study, Moors, study. I am a Moorish American Muslim. Bloodline. I already know that. See? And I study. And upon studying and upon knowing who you are, you know that you are in government. You are the first one in government. You already know. Because that Constitution also, there's a peace treaty also connected with that, right? The Constitution and the peace treaty, among other documents, rights of indigenous people, among other things, study more. Again, study. I don't like to appear like as if I'm bragging. However, I've been studying for a while. And I continue to study. Islam, I don't know everything. I would never know everything. However, I desire to know the truth and the divine truth, right? So anyway, I just wanted to tune in and let you YouTubers, the ones who are watching, let you all know what's going on in the community. Again, I am in Compton. For those that know the area, do a little pan around so you all see. If you all could see that, just a quick pan. I'm in the streets, right? That's what the young people like to say. I've been in the streets. I'm well known everywhere, I would like to say. I should have ran for mayor, huh? Well, anyway. Yeah, so the constables, I should have got it on video for you viewers. However, sad to say, I did not get it on video. And ultimately, I showed him this. All right, show you all this. quick scan of that. And basically that is the law enforcement code of ethics, right? And within their code of ethics, right, within this documentation here, right, it says that the constables are agents, right? Now, it doesn't say that verbatim, right? I'm paraphrasing, right? I'm giving some other words, but not the detailed of, verbatim. But it says here that they're agents. So ask yourself, how can an agent enforce the law? An agent cannot enforce the law. He's an agent, right? Now go look that one up, right? He's an agent. He's corporate. He's a constable. He's counting the stable, right? He's counting some stable. But here I have his document here, right? Because they say they law enforcement, right? That's kind of a contradiction, right? You say law enforcement, and then within the document it says he's an agent, right? Hopefully you all can hear me clearly. So again, I just I briefly, by memory, tell him some things within his documentation, that he's an agent, right? And that he's actually here to, respect the constitutional rights of all to liberty, equality, and justice. That's one of his fundamental duties, right? Along with some other things, right? However, that alone, he can't, now you can invoke your First Amendment right? Which is rights of religion, Congress shall not make any law respecting an establishment of religion, neither prohibiting the free exercise thereof, right? Nor abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or of the people peaceably to assemble, right? And to petition the government for a redress of grievances, right? That's your First Amendment, right? Verbatim. So once you invoke that, constable don't want to know. He doesn't want to, he doesn't want to deal with you anymore because he see that you're lawful, you're law-abiding. So, and also, if he goes any further than that, then I can pull out the United States Code on it. Subsection 241, conspiracy of rights, and 242, right? Deprivation of rights under color of law. Islam. Guess that's enough. Been on here about 10 minutes. Hopefully you all tuning in, Islam. I'm going to start, well, as I already have been, I upload videos as I encounter, situations with the local neighborhood constables, right? See, it's all this is just simply modern day, right? However, to understand modern day, you must go back to the ancient. So anciently, he called a constable. You know what constables do, Islam. Yeah, it's so much to know. However, if you have the spirit of your forefathers, right, and you have the love of Allah and you study, then trust me, you will, things will come out in your favor. I have so many events that I could tell that happened, that occurred, because there are no happenings, right? All the law, things that have occurred within my journey here on this planet called Earth, that I know it to be Earth or whatever It's called, it's called a bunch of things, GAP, a bunch of things, right? But study more, I mean, you study. When you study so much, things just become, you can see it. You can see through things. You can see the reality of things. You can see things as it unfolds. You can pretty much you start to become clairvoyant because you study. You start to become clairvoyant, and your senses are high. And you just know how law things. You remember how when you were a child, you could kind of see things. You just knew things were going to unfold. At a certain age, you became just aware. Remember that time when you first became aware? When you were a child, you start seeing like, oh, things are getting, something gonna happen. Depending on the environment that you grew up in, right? I grew up in the Caliph territory. All those territories that they speak of, LA, Los Angeles, Compton, Watts. I grew up in all those places. Whether those brothers over there recognize my face or not, I grew up over there. I'm 46 years old. I've been around. And I know some people. They know me. They know my face. And peace to all my good brothers. I love all you brothers. I mean that. I love all my brothers. All my brothers, I love you. All my brothers. Every brother across the planet, across the globe, I love you. I'm Muslim, see? I love. Islam. And that's what got me to become and practice and know who I am, is because I had the love of my people. I love my people, right? This is about loving your people. I love my people. The condition that we're in, it's terrible. It's abhorrible right now, and do your part. I just try and do my part, because a lot of brothers, when they see me, they want to know what I'm about. And each time that I run across a brother and he gives me, a few moments of his time, I always give him good. I give him the good word, the gospel, man. Islam, I give him the gospel, the good word. The everlasting gospel is everlasting. It's going to go on and on. It's a breath. It's a holy breath in Islam. So Islam. Well, I just want to tune in. I do not want to ramble too much other than, what the topic was. The topic was I got pulled over today by the deputy sheriff in Compton. And the ultimate result was they let me go. Status, because of my status and my mouthpiece, and I can invoke the law of my ancestors. Right? I have mores or mores. I have that, right? Because I study. So, until next time, peace and love.